Are you like me when it comes to fast food and you can never finish that medium soft drink that they give you? Wish they offer you a combo with a smaller drink at a reduced price?
Well, if that's you, you might be interested in what we have to say today, so keep on watching. Hello YouTube and welcome back to our channel. My name is Francis.
And I'm Billy.
And together we're
the Fuji Guys. It's great to be back filming again and to be outdoors in the always beautiful La Belle Province.
Bienvenue au Québec. It's definitely nice to be back again and out of the home office. Today we got our hands on the latest addition to the GFX lineup, the GFX50S II, as well as the new GF35-70 compact zoom lens.
The design concept for this camera is pretty simple. Offer exceedingly high image quality at a very attractive price while making it super simple to use in a large format system.
So if that concept sounds good to you, stay with us and we'll give you a first look at it.
The GFX50S II is a direct replacement of its predecessor and has been completely redesigned inside and out. The only thing that is unchanged is the 51.4 megapixel Bayer CMOS sensor that continues to offer superior image quality with 14 stops of dynamic range and a high signal to noise ratio. This sensor is now paired with the powerful X processor 4 found on its bigger siblings, the GFX 100 and 100S, and now takes full advantage of the quad-core CPU inside to offer improved autofocus capabilities. Improvements in the contrast-based rapid autofocus, face and eye detection, AF tracking, and low-light focusing all benefit from this new processor and breathes new life into the sensor. It's now capable of low light focusing down to -3.5 EV and continues shooting up to 3 frames per second with continuous AF. The larger surface area of the sensor has benefits over competing models with its larger pixel pitch of 5.3 micrometers, allowing for increased dynamic range and low noise at high ISO, all the things you expect in a large format system. With customized micro lenses and a unique silicone process for the sensor, resolution is maximized to the full potential, especially when paired with high-quality Fujinon GF lenses. Thanks to the X processor 4, over 79 features and functions have been upgraded or added based on the firmware improvements of 4th generation models from X and GFX cameras.
The original GFX50S was revolutionary when it first launched back in 2017. It brought large format cameras more into the reach of the masses. But let's be honest here, it didn't have that beautiful look that most Fujifilm cameras had. It even had too much junk in the trunk with that LCD protruding in the back. Now fast forward to today and we now have a beautifully crafted camera design that fits well in the hands. Using the same body style as the GFX 100S, the new GFX50S II gets all the great upgrades in terms of control and handling at the price point that is less than the original model. The camera uses a more traditional PASM dial with the front and rear command dials to adjust the majority of the exposure settings. At around 900 grams, it's comparable in size and weight to many full-frame bodies, making it possible for image makers to reach the next level in image quality without being confined in the studio environment. It is dust and weather resistant and can operate in temperatures as low as -10 degrees Celsius. A super tough magnesium alloy casing adds durability and minimizes the weight, making it perfect for wedding, portrait, and landscape photographers alike. The value this camera offers also makes it very attractive for students and smaller studios to step into large format photography.
One of the biggest bonus in sharing the same body design as the GFX 100S is the in-body image stabilization system. Now offering up to 6.5 stops of effective stabilization, It now works in conjunction with GF lenses that have OIS, ensuring images are sharp and blur-free from any camera shake. The majority of GF lenses takes full advantage of the 6.5 stops, with only a handful offering 5.5 stops, which is still amazing considering the physical size of the sensor. It's even possible to get sharp images at shutter speeds as low as 1/15 of a second. And if you're like Francis, you probably have many legacy lenses and they can be adapted to the system, and those lenses will benefit from the IBIS system as well. If more resolution is needed, the GFX50S II even offers a multi-shot pixel shift function that can capture over 200 megapixels, which is ideal for commercial applications.
If you never shot with a large format system before, this might be your opportunity to do so. The camera can capture 14-bit RAW files and offers a variety of image ratio and file formats including TIFF. When it comes to that look, this sensor really performs and provides outstanding latitude in your images, offering 14 stops of dynamic range. Now, when I shot this image of this tiny house on the island, the scene had a lot of contrast, and in order to keep the information in the sky, I had to underexpose the image. And then now, as you can see, I was able to recover a lot of the details without introducing color noise in the shadows. The 19 film simulation modes includes the new nostalgic negative, which produces photographs with rich colors in the shadows and a soft tonality through the midtones and highlights. The straight-out-of-camera JPEG is what makes Fujifilm cameras stand apart from others, and generally, very little tweaks are needed for times when you want to quickly share them with others. The camera features a 3.2-inch LCD monitor on the rear and a 1.8-inch sub-monitor on its top plate. The sub-monitor is backlit and can be customized to show key EXIF settings like aperture, shutter speed, ISO sensitivity, and exposure compensation. The 3.2-inch touch-capable LCD display is a 2.36 million dot monitor with 100% coverage that can be tilted in 3 different directions. Unlike the GFX50S, however, this new camera integrates a fixed 3.69 million dot OLED EVF with a refresh rate of up to 50 frames per second. Unfortunately, you won't be able to use the EVF tilt adapter. However, this camera design allows the camera to keep the size and weight down to a minimum. This option is now reserved for the flagship GFX100.
On one side of the camera, you'll find the GFX50S II includes both a 3.5mm microphone and headphone jack. Right below that are the USB-C, micro HDMI, and PC sync ports. On the other side of the camera, you'll find a dual-slot SD/SD-XC card that supports UHS Type 2 cards behind the door that actually is removable. You will also find a 2.5mm port to connect a remote release or more advanced interval timer devices. Of course, the camera does still offer several bracketing modes and a built-in interval timer feature for time-lapse photography. In the grip is where you'll find the new NPW235 battery that offers up to 440 shots per charge. The package includes a 15-watt USB adapter to charge the camera via the USB-C port with an optional dual charger, which is available for purchase. Other accessories include a metal hand grip that adds an extra 10mm to the height of the body. This metal hand grip enhances the in-hand feel of the camera, and the bottom part of the grip is also thoughtfully machined into a dovetail that is compatible with ArcaSwift tripod heads, which allows for quick transitions between tripod and handheld applications.
The GFX50S II comes as a body only or is available as a kit with the brand new GF35 to 70mm zoom lens. It's a great all-around lens for everyday photographs, and it's equivalent to a focal length in 35mm full frame of 28 to 55mm. The retractable design allows it to be small and compact when the camera is not in use. There is no reason that you shouldn't have this lens in your bag. It offers fast and silent autofocus thanks to its stepping motors, and with its minimal focus breathing, it makes it a great option for video recording too. And you will also be able to shoot in many weather conditions as it features a weather-resistant design. All right, well, look at this. Isn't it beautiful?
Amazing.
Right? So unfortunately we can't travel, but it made us realize that even in Canada and Quebec, we have some amazing places, and we got chances to photograph it using the 50S II. And what did you think about it?
You know, I felt like it's a great value proposition, you know, for the price that you get, including, you know, like a kit lens that goes with it.
Yeah.
You know, it gives you an opportunity to get into this larger format system, right?
Absolutely.
And, you know, you get the benefits of, you know, more dynamic range, low noise, high ISO, and it's just a really compact system. And, you know, what do you think about the autofocus, you know?
Well, I gotta say, you know, we've been using the 100S and it was really good. We've been used to the phase detection autofocus, and then when we picked this up, I didn't really feel anything wrong.
I say it's a non-issue.
Yeah, like
non-issue.
We shot, you know, landscape, we shot some portraits, and we didn't feel anything, you know.
Yeah, you should try it out for yourself, and I guarantee you, I think you'd be pretty pleased. And again, like I said, this value proposition is unbelievable. You got, you know, IBIS, you got all the features and mechanics that, you know, the more expensive camera has, and it's actually less in price than the original 50S.
That's amazing.
You know? And, you know, you can get out and shoot more things that you haven't been able to shot before. And plus that 14 stops of dynamic range is going to capture all that, you know, impressive landscapes. Or if you're doing weddings, or if you're doing, you know, sort of portraits as well. And even if you're, you know, like just starting up photography school, right? And this is a great type of camera to get into.
Absolutely. Well, I think we should wrap this up because while you might not be able to see it, but it's, you know, getting kind of scary. I hear some thunders and we should go back. But if you like this content and you would like to see more content like this about, you know, this camera, other Fujifilm products, please consider hit that subscribe button. And until next time, I'm Francis.
I'm Billy.
And we're the Fuji Guys.